Dr. Watson here again. Thank you so much for joining this LinkedIn marketing group. I've been a little bit surprised that I've already had so many people outside of the class who have joined as well. So you can see I have this huge smile. Thank you so much. I kind of hope to turn this into something. So we'll see what shape that takes. Okay, in this video, I hope to try to keep it short, but I want to talk profile pictures on your LinkedIn. So right before I started recording this video, I went and I looked at the group and I was shocked. There is a whopping 40% of the members of the group who do not even have a LinkedIn profile picture posted. So I'm talking to you. There are many of you who are probably not going to, get much out of this video because you have a great looking profile picture. As I was scrolling through, I was like, oh, there's a great one. And oh, that person looks so great. They did a great job. So you can probably just stop right now. You're doing an awesome job. But for those 40%, plus some of them who had a profile picture, but it wasn't necessarily the most appropriate or the best, I hope that this video is helpful. And then I hope the next time that I scroll through the membership that I will see some changes and improvements to your profile. So first of all, I just want to say, why is this such an important topic? Why do I care that 40% of my MBA marketing LinkedIn group doesn't have pictures? LinkedIn is now the #1 job recruiting and search site. You need to do everything that you can to increase your likelihood and your chances of success of getting the job that you want. They are most definitely going to be looking for a solid profile picture. Obviously, the way and the effort that you put into representing yourself is going to be indicative of the effort and the way that you will represent them as an organization. So if you aren't representing yourself very well, what evidence do they have to believe that you're going to represent them as a hiring organization very well? So let's get right into some of the tips. Tip number 1, make sure that it is in an appropriate location and is not a selfie. So avoid taking the picture like where it's very obvious that you're in your car, unless you work in the automotive industry or it is otherwise appropriate. I know that lots of people, their selfie game is on point. They are great at taking selfies and they will take 100 of them until they get the one exactly how they like it. I work at Crunch Fitness. I teach fitness classes there. So trust me when I say, I know people really like to take pictures of themselves. However, your LinkedIn profile picture is not the place for a selfie. So find an appropriate location and then have somebody else take the picture of you. So appropriate locations, if you are here in Valdosta, you could go someplace on campus. We have some beautiful places on campus. If you're in the downtown area, there are some really cool murals that would make a nice backdrop. If you aren't in Valdosta, I'm sure that there is either a campus or a park or somewhere near you that would make for an attractive backdrop. So find a great location and then recruit a friend or a family member. Put on the type of dress. Again, this is all about representing how would you present yourself in the workforce. And so whatever attire you would be typically found wearing in the office or when representing a company in an official capacity for them, wear that, right? So put on an appropriate outfit and then have your friend take several pictures until you find one that you're really happy with. Now, your expression is important too. So I have seen some of them, some people who have pictures on the LinkedIn group, it's a very stern looking face. You're not smiling, or maybe a couple of them, it's even like a little bit more like the duck lips sort of thing. So it's going to be best if you can have an appropriate expression that is friendly and welcoming. And so most generally is going to be a smile. Now, it doesn't have to be, an open mouth, teeth showing type of smile if that's not really you, but you want it to be a really approachable looking sort of picture. That leads me to kind of the second point is approachability. That means that the picture needs to take up about 60% of the frame, which means it needs to be really close in terms of how much of the photo is of your face. And the purpose for this is, obviously, you're going to be connecting digitally with people on LinkedIn, but you want it to be so that you're recognizable. If you go and attend a Chamber of Commerce networking event or a young professionals event, or if you go to an alumni event and you've connected with people on LinkedIn, you want them to be able to pretty instantly recognize you from the profile picture. So it needs to be recent enough that it reflects any major hair changes, or, I think it's hilarious whenever professors have pictures on their university website where it's obvious the picture was taken like 20 years ago and they don't look anything like that anymore because they've obviously aged in 20 years. So I'll be the first to admit, I don't love my LinkedIn profile picture. I think that there are pictures out there that are much more flattering of me, but this one is professional. It reflects my age, it reflects my wrinkles, and it reflects my weight gain. And so it kind of does all of the things that it needs to do to make me recognizable if somebody were to hop in a Zoom call or to meet me out at an actual in-person event or an interview. Which also leads to kind of a third tip is really be mindful and careful with filters. I know filters are, very widely used in social media images, but really kind of try to keep it to a minimum. You want the lighting and the filtering to be as close to natural as possible. Again, the purpose is for it to be quite representative. So those are the big tips. Hopefully that is helpful enough. A couple of other things. Just make sure that nobody else is in the picture. Make sure it's obvious that you haven't, it wasn't a group photo and you just cropped everybody else out. That's always more obvious than you kind of think that it is. You're like, oh, but I look so great in that picture. I get it. I have pictures like that of me as well, where I was dressed up for a wedding or some other social event and I look great, but it's just not appropriate for LinkedIn. So I hope that you'll take all of this advice and go have some fun with one of your friends or a coworker or a family member, and you'll both walk away with some excellent professional LinkedIn ready headshots, and that the next time I log into LinkedIn, I will see some changes to your profile pictures. Have a great day.